Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here to talk about a more concerning trend that I have seen becoming a thing recently, and that to me frankly just has not made a whole lot of sense. I'm talking about the trend of just very casual racism towards India, and that seeming just okay. It really just seems like this is becoming a very normalized thing, especially in regards to Western social media, and I just frankly cannot comprehend how. And frankly, I'm just tired of seeing it. I am going to be writing at dawn for all my Indian brothers, and I know what you're thinking. Why is a cracker like yourself so fixated on the racism of Indians? I'll tell you why. Garlic naan and butter chicken. If you have never tasted butter chicken or garlic naan, then it makes sense how you may lack some appreciation for Indians. But once you try yourself some garlic naan and butter chicken, you will have all the respect for Indians in the world. Because when I tell you that garlic naan and butter chicken are genuinely life-changing on your taste buds, I mean it. I mean it. And I will forever have respect for Indians for the fact that they created butter chicken alone, plus tikka masala. Also just the fact that racism in general is bad. I feel like that is obviously a thing as well, you know? People shouldn't feel okay being racist towards any race. And it is just odd to me that it is becoming very normalized now. If you don't exactly know what I'm talking about regarding the trend of Indian racism, let me just dim it down. Recently it has become a trend on, I would say, TikTok and Instagram Reels to take clips of foreigners going to India and recording dirty street food or vendors that are unhygienic. And it's become a trend to make these be the most popular videos that arise out of people visiting India, and to make it seem as though that's just what India is. You'll see people constantly say things like they would rather starve than go to India. They would rather eat their arm than eat Indian street food. And just crazy shit because they're seeing clips that are taken from a foreigner's perspective, and it's just insane to me. The best way I can explain what these foreigners are doing to India is, imagine if someone from a different country came to America and only visited Chicago. But while only visiting Chicago, they only visit the absolute slums of Chicago. Like the absolute worst of the worst. And they never visit anything nice about Chicago. They don't see the bean. They don't see any good buildings or anything. They literally just go to the absolute worst slums part of Chicago. Then they go back to their country, they upload all that footage, and they say that is all of America. What they experienced in Chicago, is all of America. That's essentially what these Western influencers and Western social media is doing to these Indians. And it's just insane to me. Now, I'm going to start off with some clips of what is deemed to be this really unhygienic and the common Indian street food. And then I'm going to show you what it is more genuinely like from someone who goes there with an unbiased perspective and is genuinely just trying to make India seem what India is out to be. And that's largely what this trend tends to look like at times. It is a nitpicked clip of a random food that they do not provide the name of, they do not provide the ingredients that are in it, so Lord knows what it tastes like, Lord knows what's actually in it. People are just making assumptions based on how it looks. And they just nitpick the clips like this, put this music, and this is generally how you can tell the video is Indian hate, is it will have that music in the background. It's just wild to me that, like, you don't even know what that dish is, you don't even know what is in it, yet you are making it out to seem like this radioactive Resident Evil food. And that to me is just bewildering. When I sit here as an American, I can acknowledge the fact that we have fucking goulash. Goulash. We eat goulash. A food called goulash. And it looks horrendous. It looks like something you would find in your garbage disposal. But it bangs, tastes amazing. Americans love their goulash. Why? Because it tastes good, not because it looks appetizing. It looks like horseshit, but it tastes amazing. And that to me is why it bewilders me that people can nitpick these clips and people are successfully falling for the bait and leaning into this Indian racism just simply based off seeing a food that they've never seen before. And was this the most hygienic working conditions? No, obviously not. However, it is your job as the foreigner and your job as the tourist to make sure you do your research on the places you're going to.
Sugar, spice.
You also tend to see ones like this among the trend of Indian hate, where they take a dish that is very obviously not an authentic Indian dish and try to make it seem like as though this is just what people are eating in India. Is that disgusting? Yeah, it is Coca-Cola scrambled eggs. I am sure that does not taste good. Is that Indian food though? No, that is something any tweaker anywhere in a fucking country can make. I can guarantee you there is at least one crackhead in America who has sat down and mixed a Monster or a Coke with eggs and made scrambled eggs with it. Like, this is not something you can just hold against strictly India. Mixing eggs and cooking eggs in stupid liquid it's a global issue. That is just a global problem, and holding this only strictly against India is really fucking stupid. Is it disgusting? Yeah. Am I gonna defend this one in any way? No. Is this Indian cuisine or Indian culture though? No. This is just stupid people doing stupid things all across the globe.
Oh fuck yeah, we're doing it. Finally, some clean Indian street food that we're not gonna fuck up. And you just grabbed that with your bare hand. And your shirt looks like it was used at a crime scene. Your zipper's down, which hopefully that doesn't mean you fucked the rolls. Your stream is weak, my man. Release your oil down your pants, but we don't know if that's gutter oil or not. Believe it or not, people over here take liquid from the gutters and use it as cooking oil.
This video that you're about to watch might be one of the worser examples of just the blatant racism and getting away with blatant racism, because the things that this guy says in the video is just genuinely disgusting at times. And you can tell that this guy really just wants to relive being 2017 Leafy is here so badly. But dude, look how that turned out for him. You don't want to be that guy. And I hope you see what I mean, because like, in what universe is it okay to just casually make a joke that, oh yeah, these people are so poor and these people are so disgusting that they have to get their oil from gutter water? It doesn't make sense. That just isn't funny. That's just you being blatantly racist towards a different culture for no reason. And at this point in time, that guy has done everything hygienically. Nothing he's done so far has been unhygienic. His knife seems clean. His hands don't seem dirty. And before you guys say bare hands, gloves can be dirtier than bare hands. I hope you realize any restaurant that you eat at, the chefs back there are not using gloves. They are touching your food raw dog with their hands. I promise you, that is what's going on. So this guy is just going to be very blatantly racist, and you're going to see a good example of what I mean as how it's just getting normalized. Because the fact that this guy feels like he can come onto the internet and just say this without being called a racist, it's problematic. Indian people are people, and they should be treated as such, and they should not be immediately diminished because they're Indian.
The onions look like shit. The spice might be helping it, but then again, I don't know what spice it is. The way you limply and softly and disgustingly laid the meat down in there is fucking great. And just zero passion cracking these eggs, my man. But that's okay, you make it up in how you stir things. Look at your neck tensing up. Are you gonna make me a little omelet? You are gonna make an omelet, you little bastard. That doesn't look horrible. I still wouldn't eat it, but it's not horrible. You look as confused as I do. I feel like you should quit doing this and just maybe open up a call center and start scamming people for their socials. I don't know how well that pays, but I know it works from time to time. In order to release the virus, we need the last 7 of your social. Now, it's crazy, at this point, it actually doesn't look bad. I'm not vibing with it, I don't think I want any, but if I had to eat it at gunpoint, I'd probably give it a shot.
No, what's really crazy is it being the year 2025 and you're still making Indian call scammer jokes. Frankly, at this point, there's just nothing this man can do to win. He is cooking in a hygienic condition. He cooked something that genuinely looks like it would taste good. It's bread, egg, onion, and meat. I can't imagine how that tastes bad. You're saying he should go do a racist stereotype instead of just cooking the food that he would want to cook. At this point, it's like, what are Indians even supposed to do to win? What type of job do you want them to get? Because if they're cooking food, you're just going to sit there and say that they should be a call scammer. And if they go and be a call scammer, you're just going to be like, well, look who the average suspect is. Hey, literally, it feels like there's just nothing Indians can really do to win, because even when they sit there and they cook something hygienically and they cook something that doesn't look like shit, somehow, some way, it's still, I would eat it if there was a gun to my head. Now, is that absolutely disgusting? Yeah, that is horrendous. However, it's not real. That was part of a split film, and it's not real. However, the hate towards Indian and the racism against India in general is so bad that you go through the comments on that video, and the majority of it are people not realizing that it is fake. There are people who genuinely think that this is a real street vendor and a real guy doing that and is selling his food like that. And even when there are comments replying to them that, hey, this is misinformation, this is a out of context clip from a film, it doesn't get to them. The reasoning is not going to be louder than the hate, and that is what's so dangerous about this, is because now even you have just outright fake clips that are not real going trending, that are gonna give people this idea that that is what India is like, and that's just horrendous. Now, for these next few clips, I'm gonna show you what a good, unbiased foreign tourist influencer looks like. There is a guy that shows up on my For You page very frequently. I believe his name is Hugh Abroad, and he is a very good, very respectful tourist who goes around India trying various street foods. He's very honest, and I think he does a good job of showing what India is more so like if you aren't purposely going to the absolute shittiest parts of it.
Oh, what are these ladies selling here? Hello. What is this one? 30 rupees. Okay, I take one. Here we go. I'm not too sure what this is. Looks like fried bread. It is exactly what I thought. It is a slice of bread that's been deep fried. There's a yellow filling inside there. It's bread with potato inside and then deep fried. I'm rating the fried bread here in New Delhi 8 out of 10.
I, for one, love watching this guy's content. I think he just gives good insight on everything, and he just seems like a very respectable guy. And through watching his content, there are many things that I have kind of come to learn / realize about India. And one of them is, if there's anything you should dislike about India, and if there's anything about India that people should be thrashing on, it's just how fucking loud it is. There are so many clips I see of this guy where he is in India, and it is just the loudest shit going on in the background. Whether it is cars honking or some guy fucking thinking he's on the Idol, like for example in that clip, I just think my only problem with visiting there would be how fucking loud it is all the time. Another thing I kind of learned when it comes to watching him is Indian food always looks very interesting, and you can't quite put your finger on what you're looking on, but you just know that you want to try it. And that's like how I feel all the time, is I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at. I have no idea what is in this, but yet everything in my being is telling me that I want 10 of it and I want to devour that.
Oh, what is being sold here? Hello, sir. You have vada pav? Okay, one samosa, please. Okay. Oh, samosa chat. So he's chopping up the samosa there onto the plate. Look at this. Let's give it a go. Big bit of green chutney on this one. Oh, spicy. They put a lot of that tamarind, I think it is, the sweet chutney on here, but for me it's just too sweet with too much red chutney. I'm scoring the samosa chat here in Kochi a 6.3.
This is a good demonstration as to why I prefer to watch this guy over really anyone else who visits India, because he's both honest but also willing to give everything an open shot. When he really likes something, he gives it a good rating. When he doesn't really like something that much, he's gonna give it a lower rating. He's an honest guy, and it seems like if he doesn't like something, he's willing to thrash on it. It just seems as typically he doesn't encounter stuff that he doesn't not like.
Oh, here it is, the most famous sweet shop in Kolkata. One Mishidoi. Mishidoi? I think that's how you say it, I'm not too sure. Thank you. 35 rupees. Okay, here we go in Calcutta with the Mishti Doi. I believe inside here is sugar, milk and yogurt. Very, very famous here in Calcutta. Oh, that is delicious. On top, that skin is quite hard and very, very smooth. A bit like a lassi. It's in the Mishti Doi here in Calcutta. A 9 out of 10. One of my favourites so far in this city.
You see what I mean? He does his research to see what places are actually good and actually highest rated in the country. And he makes sure to go to the places that he knows are going to be good. It's called being a tourist and doing your research. I bet you like half of the people who make the racist comments towards India don't even realize that a place this nice looking and that some place this modernized can even exist there. I think they all think that it's just all street vendors or little shacks on the side, and they just can't comprehend that, like, India is not just this primitive ass like place. Like, they're evolved humans too. Like, we're all Homo sapiens.
Hello. I'd like to try your payasam. Payasam. Yeah, it's good. It's tasty? Okay. One, please. Just a small. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. And you just drink it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's hot. Oh, that is absolutely bloody delicious. It's very, very lumpy. There's definitely stuff through this. It could be like tapioca. It's like pieces of jelly is the best way to describe it. That's getting an easy 10 out of 10 here in Kochi.
And I think that clip's honestly a good place to just leave it off. A good 10 out of 10 drink from a nice looking shop in India. Me, I just can't really understand this normalization of racism towards Indians. Normalization of any racism is crazy, but it seems like it's just being super widely accepted just based off the grounds that it's Indian people. And that to me is bewildering, because even if someone tries to normalize something that is racist or whatever, you still see a good amount of people speaking up for it. But I feel as though the support for India is very minimal compared to the hate, and it's just very weird to me. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Before I get to the outro, though, I want to talk about a few things, because the next up and coming weeks of this channel is going to be a bit weird. For starters, during the month of April, I will be visiting home. I'm going to be going to Portland, Oregon, and I'm going to be hopefully getting content there, and hopefully enough for either one very long 40-minute video, or at least for like 10-15 minute-ish videos. However, during that time that I am in Oregon, obviously there's not going to be uploads on this channel. So at bare minimum, there's going to be a week of no uploads, maybe even more depending on how long it will take to edit videos down. Another thing I want to point out is in those up and coming weeks to when I leave to Oregon, I am going to be taking a tea break, as I want to be in my peak high mind when I'm back home, and I want to be able to get high on another level I can't right now. So over the next few weeks, my humor might be a bit down, my creativity might be a bit down, and overall you may see me a bit less energetic and whatnot, and odds are it's because I'm on the tea break, and I'm just going to be coming down from that, and my mental state is going to be coming back down to earth. So I just wanted to give that little disclaimer out there. Content might end up being slow due to both the reason that I won't be here to record videos, I'll be in Oregon, and also due to the fact that my creativity might take a bit of a nosedive as I go into sobriety for a little bit. Just giving that little notice out there so that way you guys don't wonder where the hell Cade's gone if it takes me a couple of weeks to get something out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.
I sure love my American street food.